This is a still image from the movie Shawshank Redemption. I've chosen this image of a protagonist in this film because the character shares some similarities with Chris, here in picture 7. This character is on his way to jail after murdering his wife, like Chris would be after murdering his mother, Rose. They have similar styles in clothing and hair and expression. As you can see, his hairstyle is very dull, very boring, very plain. That reflects his personalities. The same with this character in Shawshank Redemption. His hairstyle is very sort of loose, very sort of plain for the style. That reflects his personality after killing his wife. They're both facial expressions resemble very dull, very sort of blank expressions that they don't know sort of that they don't really care about much. It just sort of they live in the moment, if you will, not think about the future, but always thinking about the past. As you can see on Chris's face, as he is writing, he's thinking about his mother. The costume on Chris is very loose hanging, doesn't quite fit. Top button pretty much all the way done with the t-shirt underneath, and his tie hanging very loose to suggest that he's very relaxing character, very sort of dull, boring, as I said previous. Characteristic he shares with this character in Shawshank Redemption is that he does wear a shirt, his top button is undone, his tie is hanging slightly loose, but the only difference is he has a jacket on, which shows a sort of very sort of professional feel to him and professional personality. The guards in this scene are from Shawshank Redemption, and they match Chris as an antagonist character, located here in picture 8. Because when Chris is evil, he keeps his top button undone, but he tightens up his tie to show a sort of shift in power, if you will. And they keep a same menacing eyeline and becomes more rigid as a protagonist for Chris. As you can see, his body language is very rigid. This is why I've chosen the guards from the film Shawshank Redemption, because their body language is exactly like the same as Chris's at this moment, very rigid, very together, very in control of the situation, as you can see with Chris's fist here and his sort of hardened posture. As you can see here, very hardened posture. And the similarities they share is that each one of the guards and Chris only care about themselves and they don't care about anyone around them. Whereas protagonist Chris, as you can see here, sort of relies on other people as for more support. Picture 9 in both. This picture 9 is taken from the Russian film Matai Sin. I hope I've pronunciated that correctly. And that roughly translated means mother and son. This shows a picture of a dying mother in bed wearing a nightie. She's very tired and pale, which gives the impression that she's going to die soon, probably towards the end of the film or right at the end. This film shows that her son helps her walk and carry places. It doesn't show it in this particular image, but throughout the scene you can see sort of her son looking after her, keeping her safe and secure. We develop this into a son that wants to kill his mum and doesn't care about her in any way. Sort of like a false personality, a false image that Rose trusts 100%, which is when Chris strikes and kills her.